Good morning, Nigeria, and greetings to our viewers around the world. Welcome to today's Nigerian newspaper headlines review, proudly brought to you by Nigerian News 247. Today is Friday, February 6, 2026, and we have carefully gathered the top headlines making waves across Nigeria from the nation's most trusted newspapers. We begin today's review with security and national affairs. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered federal and state agencies to work hand in hand to provide urgent relief to communities affected by the recent deadly terrorist attack in Kayama local government area of Kwara State. In a message shared on his official X handle on Thursday evening, the president also directed security agencies to intensify efforts to hunt down those responsible and ensure they are brought to justice. On the international scene, Nigeria featured prominently in Washington, D.C., as United States President Donald Trump publicly recognized Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, during the national prayer breakfast held on Thursday, February 5th. The annual event, which gathers political and religious leaders from across the globe, drew attention when President Trump paused his speech to acknowledge the Nigerian First Lady. Back home, the defense headquarters has dismissed reports claiming that United States troops are currently operating in Nigeria to combat terrorism. In a statement, military authorities clarified that all interactions with U.S. forces are conducted in full respect of Nigeria's sovereignty and strictly within existing bilateral agreements. Meanwhile, worshippers abducted from churches in Kemin town, within the Kufana axis of Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, have regained their freedom. The victims were kidnapped during a church service on January 18, 2026, and a community leader confirmed that they were released late Thursday. Turning to the economy, the Naira recorded a slight gain at the parallel market on Thursday, exchanging at 1,446 Naira to the dollar, an improvement from Wednesday's rate of 1,450. However, at the official Nigerian foreign exchange market, the currency experienced its first depreciation this week, closing at 1,368 Naira to the dollar. In political developments ahead of the 2027 general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has registered two new political parties, the Democratic Leadership Alliance, DLA, and the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC. INEC, however, raised concerns over the continued registration of parties, citing persistent leadership crisis within many existing political platforms. From the judiciary, the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja has sentenced a former managing director of the Nigerian Export-Import Bank, Roberts Oria, to 10 years imprisonment over a 2.4 billion naira fraud. Justice F. E. Mesiri delivered the judgment on Thursday, February 5, 2026, after finding Oria guilty on 49 counts, including obtaining money by false pretenses, forgery, and advance fee fraud. Beyond Nigeria's borders, police operatives from the cybercrime unit in Gurgaon, India, have arrested two Nigerians over alleged online fraud. Authorities say the suspects impersonated directors of Indian companies on WhatsApp, deceiving employees into transferring funds into accounts linked to the syndicate. In party politics, the African Democratic Congress, ADC, has appointed and sworn in former Lagos State Commissioner for Housing, Alhaji Rahman Owokanyeran, as its Southwest Zonal Chairman. The ceremony was conducted under the authority of the party's national chairman, Senator David Mark. And finally, Justice James Kolawole Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Nigeria Police Force and the Department of State Services, DSS, to investigate allegations of exhibit tampering in an ongoing 10 billion naira fraud trial. Those to be investigated include the court registrar, Nasiru Onimisi Zubairu, and the second defendant, Daudu Suleiman. That wraps up today's newspaper review. For in-depth reports, breaking stories, and the latest updates from across the country, be sure to visit www.nigeriannews247.com. Thank you for joining us today. Stay informed, stay connected, and we'll see you again tomorrow.